Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So, no, nobody else is.
What are you gonna do, huh?
Genevieve, I don't know if you know Genevieve, but Genevieve ran her foot into a coffee table and broke her little toe.
Oh, no. Oh,
I
that
know. It's awful. It's really painful. If you've ever tried
yeah.
it, I've done it. Almost
I've
everybody's
broken a
done
toe
it.
too. It's not fun.
It's not fun. And Kevin's got bronchitis or something, so
Oh, geez.
I don't know. There's just a lot of anxiety going on around here.
Stuff going around. Yep.
Um, but shall we just proceed?
Sure. It's fine with
Okay.
me.
Let's review what we did yesterday. Let's just take our
Okay.
time and then we'll add another little section onto that. Let me
Okay.
adjust the camera just a little bit. And so I'm going to do it facing you, and we'll just do this in little pieces.
Okay.
All right. One, two, three, four, five. Let's just go that far. All right. So I'll do it a couple times facing you and then a couple times facing away. All right, let me see you do it. Good. All right. Well, let's go on to section number two. All right, I'll do it facing you. I'm going to lower the camera just a little bit, and then I'll do it with my back to the camera. Okay, let me see you do it. Good. All right. Let's add a little section onto this. Let me adjust the camera again. We'll add a little section on this. We'll go up to, we'll just move up one move to hug head push mountains, right? Hug head push mountain.
Right.
So I'll do it in the correct orientation here. So just watch me this first time. All right. Hug head push mountains. So all this work that we've been doing for the past 2 days is only 2 moves.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff in them.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff in those 2 moves.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do it once more with my back to the camera.
Oh, good.
Okay, so there's a lot of little stuff in there. No,
Really easy here.
no china, but a lot of punching, right? So after you've done the reverse china, right? So you got reverse china, step around, step around, yeah, step around, and then close. So we have an exercise in the silk reeling series that looks like this. Watch. And that's essentially what you're going to do here. All right. So I said there's no china, but I lied. There is china. There's a china right there. Right. Um, so it's a china and then a block. So there's two things going on here after the reverse china. The first is stepping around. And then the second is close and open. So in the silk reeling series, that's called diagonal reel, a diagonal reel. So you're moving diagonally across the body. And there's a china and then a block. China should be really obvious. All right. So you've done the reverse china, step out, all right, and then boom, china, and then block. Yeah. Reverse china, step around, close, open. Good. Now, the more you can get down into a horse stance, the more exercise you're going to get out of this. But be comfortable when you do it. Don't hurt yourself. All right. So reverse china, watch, close, close. You're using your weight. Good. Close, and then open. When you close, you're going to be in your lower back. When you open, you're going to be in your center chest. So there's the thoracic piston as usual. All right, reverse chin up, step around, close, open. Yeah. Make sure you don't lean. Just very sturdy. Good. I saw an interesting video last night. Um, the guy was talking about working on your core. So he's not a Tai Chi guy. He's just a Western physical therapist or whatever. But he said something that was really really obvious, but also really good. He said, whenever you do any exercise working on your own balance, you will be working your core. So he was doing exercises like this, all right? And he said, like, on one leg, right? And then the other leg, because you're adjusting your balance the whole time.
Mhm.
And when you adjust the balance, you have to work your core to keep your balance. And then he gave a couple of really good um, higher level instructions. He said, okay, once you get this, then begin to add some action in on top of it, right? And once you get that, do it with your eyes closed.
Mhm.
But it's really a very good insight into what you have to do to work your core. One of the principles in Tai Chi is you want to keep your balance at all times. You never want to lose your balance because if you've lost that, you've lost everything. So, little exercises like this, they may not seem like a very big deal, but you have to have your balance not only through the whole action, but also at the two extremes. So, the extreme of closing and the extreme of opening. Right? You can't afford to be in a position where you've lost your balance when you do that. And that's true of of every move in every Tai Chi form. So this seems, in a certain way, it's just a part of a move. Um, but as with all these little things, it's actually a big thing, right? So one more, and I'll do it with my back to you. All right, let me see you do it.
So when you do the China, you are going to your left. You're slightly
Yes,
left.
yes. The China goes to the left. Again, I'll do it with my back to you so you can see. All right, left, right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let me see you do it. Good, very good. Okay, the next tiny little bit of this movement is a throw, straight out of wrestling. All right, so we've gone up like this, and now I'm to my right here. All right, that's my right leg. All right, I'm to my right, right? Now I'm going to relax and go down and under and get ready for this throw. This is the windup. This is the throw, and this is the other half of the throw. Right? So what I'm doing is throwing somebody over this leg. Relax. 1, 2. Relax to the left, and then to the right. 1, 2. To the left, to the right, 2. So the arms are like moving a big beach ball, right? Boom. So the whole thing. Watch my elbow. Good. And then so forth. We have an exercise we do called pouring gold in the Fang Gong series. This is very similar to that in a lot of ways. And to actually get the move, it's about the timing, left and right. Yes, right. We start with the left hand, and the right hand doesn't move until the left hand gets up to the center line. And then the left hand starts to drop and the right hand comes up and pours. So it's 1, and then 2, 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4. What happens, Susan, most of the time is people become impatient, and so they're already moving move their left hand before their left hand gets up to the center line. They're already moving the right hand. It's too soon. You have to account for the width of the shoulders, and this takes it halfway, and then that takes it the other half. So it's something very, very similar to that. So the throw starts going to the left, set it up, and then throw. 1, 2. This is another version of the principle that says the two hands don't move at the same time. They may look like they're moving at the same time, but they're not. You always establish, if you're moving to the right, you always establish the right hand first, and then the left hand follows, or vice versa. Right? So if we're doing circles, I'm going to move from the right to the left. The left hand is going to move first. 1, 2. And now going back to the right, it's 1, 2. And then to the left, 1, 2. And then to the right, 1, 2. Now, when you get that idea, then the sequencing gets so close that it looks like it's all happening together. But it's never this. Right? It's never like that. Right? It's always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Well, this is just another version of that. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right, so you're using your body, including your daimai, one, two, 1, 2. Another really important part of this is your claw. Watch the red lines. Master Zhang used to say, put your belly on your knee. Right? Put your belly on your knee. Now I've got my whole uniform on here. All right. So let's go on from there. Lift and push. push, push. Now, this hand kind of rises up at the wrist, right, behind your ear, and then press in the other direction. You remember very early in the first section of the form, we do this move. This is just a version of this, only instead of straight up, almost straight up and down, it's at more of an angle. And after you do that, after you push the guy, then you're going to punch him. So you pushed him, draw back, and punch. Right? So it's basically a hidden hand punch. This next move is a little hard to describe and even to see. But it's both arms are spiraling. Right, so you punch the guy and then watch. Right. So both sides are spiraling open. So, all right. Lower back, chest, lower back, chest, lower back. All right. Chest, lower back, chest. All right. You're opening your chest. That's what does the movement, not your arms. And then, my English name for this next move is washing your clothes. You've seen, maybe you've even used it before, a washboard, right? You got a washboard in a tub and you're scrubbing your clothes on the washboard, right? It's very similar to that. Right? Wash your clothes. And then, boom. both sides, right? And you don't have to do the Fajin, but right? You can still keep your elbows bent, but not hard, right? So the elbows stay bent, but the energy goes out to the end of your all the way out to the end of your fist. Boom, boom. Okay, when you're punching like that, what are you doing? One thing you could be doing is hitting the guy in the head twice. Okay. So you're hitting him in the jaw once, and you're hitting him in the forehead or the temple. Boom. Or maybe you're just hitting him in the chest, at the chest and the head. Wait, no, sorry. The whole thing. You, I'm sure, noticed that I'm changing things a little bit as we go along. It's mainly because when I do this, I don't think about it. I just do it. So when I have to think about it and break it down into all these things, sometimes I just skip right over something. Right? Forward chin up, reverse chin up. Step around, close, open. Throw, push, punch, open, wash your clothes, step back and hit, step forward and hit. All right, let me see you do it.
Yeah. Could you do it one more time with your back to me, just so I'm sure I got it
Absolutely.
right? Cool. Thank you. You go here first and then back.
Good.
Okay, let me do it
Good.
again.
Okay, now let's add the last. Oh, you want to do it again? Go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm not sure I got that right. Okay. So,
Yeah, and then the last move you added on there too, right?
yeah.
So after, let's step back and roll. Now to do that correctly, you have to roll your Dan Shen backwards, under and back, and then up above. And that gets your microcosmic orbit rolling like that. And then your hands, right, just go along with that. Yeah, good, good. So then it becomes a matter of timing to get that part working with your feet at the correct timing, right? It's gonna roll down into my crotch. Roll down into my crotch and then forward. So it rolls down into my crotch and then forward. So your stepping can work with that,
Show me.
right? Watch. Right? As you step back, it goes down under and then it comes up again. Step back, forward. Watch again. Yeah, good. And then roll it forward. All right? Roll, 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 roll. Yes. Good. So that's an escape followed by a punch. Right? So somebody's got me by the wrist, right? You escape. You pull them down and then boom. Yeah. Okay, good. You got it. Now, when you do that last bit with the rolling fist, you one would not have to move physically. You wouldn't have to move your feet.
Uh-huh.
What you can do is just shifting your weight.
Yeah.
Or you could also move your feet. It's the same thing. You're either shifting your weight without moving your feet, or you're shifting your weight while moving your feet, but they're the same thing. And obviously, if if you just try to do this with your hands without anything else, it's pretty weak. Right? It's the mass of your body moving that actually give this some power. Okay, let's do the whole thing from the end of tornado kick up to uh, we actually haven't done hug head push mountain either. So you stop there and then you just kind of rest. You just come back and rest, right? With your weight a little bit to the back leg. And then you open. And when you open a bit to the side. Boom. So why do you open to the side? Well, for a couple of reasons. To get a little backswing before you hit the ball, and the second one is to really engage your daimai, all right? Because you're coming down, you're winding up and hitting, wind up, hit, or as they say in the form, push the mountain. The mountain's the other guy, all right? So you put your hands on his chest and you push him. But you're not pushing with your arms, you're pushing with your whole body weight and the turn of your daimai. And when you turn and then you come down into this kwa. It's the same as coming down into this kwa. Only now you're going out straight. Good. All right, let's do it one time from the end of tornado kick all the way through. Okay, so now you've got the whole thing.
Practice, practice,
Practice.
practice.
You'll be way ahead of these other guys.
Cool.
Kevin's going into the doctor's tomorrow, I think, to see
Uh-huh.
what's happening with him. He's probably going to have to get a steroid inhaler. Sounds to me like he's got bronchitis. Um, anyway,
Yeah.
hopefully they'll be back next weekend.
Okay.
But we'll review this, but we're not going to go into this kind of detail.
Okay.
So we'll just review it. You and I will know it well.
Yes.
They'll know it sort of halfway, and then we're just going to go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Like a plan.
Have
Thank
yourselves a
you.
great day. All
You
right.
too. Thanks a lot.